Wait, just wait for it. Wait.
I'm waiting for it to go live on my thing to let people know that it's there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do.
I'm just hitting refresh over and over and over and over and over and over
And bend over.
and over. Bend over, bend over, bend over.
Mine shows it's live right there.
Wow. I don't think
So,
that was. Anyway.
Hi, everyone's. This is
hi there.
people.
Hey.
How's y'all's doing?
People. Oh, God. Sorry.
Yep. Turn that off, man.
So what are you doing to
Turn it off.
yourself?
What are you doing? Hey, look at
Dumb
me.
stuff.
Look at me.
Look at me, idiot.
Look at me.
Look
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Look what I can do.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, there we are.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mike,
Hello, Mac.
and then Johnny.
And this
Say-
other
Idiot.
Say hi, Johnny.
hi, Johnny.
And then we got Gilbert.
Idiot number
It's Gilbert.
3.
Gilbert's here. He's feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the putrid nonsense that was in his wherever out of it, wherever it was from.
upper respiratory infection. I had the phlegm. It wasn't the dry cough.
The putrid death.
It wasn't the COVID.
It was not. The doctor was like, "You don't have that. You probably just had an upper respiratory infection." I was like, "Sounds about right," because it's allergy season here in Arizona because it got warm, and everything blooms in a day, and then you want to rip your eyeballs out. It's terrible. So that's how we live here with allergies.
For real.
You're cool for about 2 months in the winter when nothing's growing, when it's real cold, and you're like, fuck, I can breathe again. Then you get punched in the face by freaking pollen. So
That was loud.
sorry,
hate
I
getting
feel
punched in the
content
face by
about it.
pollen.
So
So anyway,
You feel
a lot of.
or malcontent.
I have some malcontentus. Hey, Brian. What's up, bro?
Hey, Brian.
Asada.
Saw,
Oh.
dude.
You got to do that again. I missed you.
Can I borrow, like,
missed you.
Asada.
anything?
Like what? You need toilet paper?
Hippies.
Oh,
Saw, dude. Do that stupid shit.
no. Well, you know who else does that stupid shit?
Your mom.
Your kids.
No, I was gonna say Johnny.
I mean, he does.
My microphone's being fuck.
You
Now
know-
you're me with the microphone. All
You know what?
fucking with it constantly.
I don't need your attitude.
Well, you were
today.
saying I wasn't talking into the microphone enough, so I'm gonna be on top of
Yeah, I can actually hear you today.
it. Weird.
You know what
man.
my favorite movie is?
What?
Saw it.
Saw.
Shut
Wow.
up.
You know how I know you're stupid. Oh, well, I know you, so that's how I know.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what are
You
we
know
getting
how-
into today,
You know
Michael?
how you cut down a tree?
well, I don't know. For me, like a lot of crazy stuff has happened.
Dodge Tech Man, hi.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
And a Canadian.
What's up, posers?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, and Michael Scott,
Michael Scott. What's up,
the,
posers?
the local Canadian.
Take
Sorry,
off.
I cut you off.
No, I
what
don't
were we
care.
talking about?
Like, I don't even cut me off as long as it's not in traffic. You might end up with a hug. You get hugged, you get the COVID. Apparently,
Yeah, fuck. Don't touch me.
I'll hug you. Don't make me do it. So yeah.
So, anyways,
Anyway,
no dead air.
no dead air. I like dead air. It's nice. It's
Stale
comfortable.
air.
Yeah, it's comfy.
Okay.
What are we talking about today?
Oh,
Yeah. What are we talking about?
I don't know. Last week, I thought it'd been kind of funny. I don't know, to talk about I sold the dually
Oh, yeah.
a week ago yesterday, so last Friday, and I don't know. I was kind of flabbergasted by all the crap that people wanted to trade me, which was like, it was weird. I've been offered before in the past that somebody wanted to trade me a BMX bike for a running car, and I thought that was weird. But I think last Friday, a couple people took the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just when you thought it
there's-
couldn't get any weirder.
yeah.
Fish once was selling a I can't remember what he was selling. It was something meal. It was like a couple $100 item, and a guy messaged him and says, "Would you take a TV, VCR, DVD combo and a
jeez.
box full of porn and trade?"
Hey,
And Fish was like,
you never know.
"Maybe."
Is it nostalgic? Like, how old is this porn? Maybe like it might be worth the money. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, you never know anymore. But
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny.
Vintage prawn.
A TV, VCR, DVD combo. So, one of those all-in-ones.
Yeah, and then that you can play your porn on it. The
Yeah.
porn that I'm going to give you.
What's up, Kukio Mean?
Yeah, what up?
What's up, bro?
Yo, dog.
Shaka.
Yeah, but
So
for
what did you get offered?
well, let's see. There were 3 items. Well, okay. I get the typical. A guy wanted to trade a quad, like a 450
sure, yeah.
Honda or whatever, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe it's a little worth less than what I want, but I would consider it.
Yeah, go brapping around.
Yeah, an enduro motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. Enduro.
Okay, again, like not really the value that I wanted.
I could see you
But-
just jumping over rocks and
Yeah. I don't mind.
trash cans and shit.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I turned those down. I mean, those seemed like halfway reasonable. Maybe not the right value, like I said.
Yeah. Yeah. When
But-
you do trades, if you're the one that is getting the trade offer, like say you're selling that dually and I want to trade you something, in my head, that person coming at you wanting to trade needs to trade you something worth more than what you have, not the other way
Not
around.
the other way around.
And for some reason, people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yes, sure, I'll trade you. What am I asking for the car? $2,100. I'll trade you $2,100. How about that trade? No,
Yeah.
don't trade me something worth $1,000 and expect me to be okay with it. Like, I don't understand people's reasoning sometimes when it
Yeah.
comes to that. So
But I think the number 2. So we're gonna put this in 3 stages. Okay. So the third worst offer were those 2. We'll group those 2 together because they're similar in value.
Yeah,
and
the quad and the-
and yeah, it's something I possibly would have traded, but cash is king, so I was waiting for cash.
right,
Anyway, the number 2 offer, the second worst offer I was given, a Khaled King
oh yeah,
size bedroom set.
yeah,
But he was going to toss in a C20. So it was a 3/4 ton truck, but it was in the same condition as a C30 was, and I don't have the room, which is the main reason I was selling the truck.
Right.
If I had the room, I probably would have kept the truck, to be honest. So I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. Like, you're going to sell me a bedroom set that you've probably, had fun with.
Put a lot of miles on
have
that
to
baby.
spray some Lysol all over that thing, rub it down with bleach.
Yeah, especially in today's,
Yeah,
what do you call it, climate.
people jerk off everywhere.
I don't think that's what he was referring to.
Oh. That's embarrassing.
Oh,
But
Anyways,
yes.
that made it awkward.
let's do some awkward silence for that one.
So, well, I think that should be number 1 weirdest thing someone's offered you is a bedroom set.
You haven't heard the number 1 yet?
Oh,
Do you want to know the number 1?
kind of do now.
Okay.
I don't remember.
And I could probably pull this up if I had Messenger open, but I don't right now.
Yeah.
Dude offered me a blue and gold military macaw.
Oh, a bird. Yeah.
A fucking bird. A bird.
My old lady would have been like, do it. Do it.
well,
do it.
you want to talk about value difference? That bird's worth more than that truck.
Yeah.
But then I got to spend like another $2,000 for a cage and like all this other stuff.
And at
Yeah.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
screeching.
yeah.
And that motherfucker probably talks. Probably
Well-
says, cunt.
Yeah. It says some dirty words.
Car up yours. Eat a dick. Go fuck yourself. Some shit like that.
But the reason that one got number 1 is like, first of all, that's like saying I'll trade you my kid for this vehicle. A kid, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
parent,
a family member.
Yeah,
It'd be like giving away your dog
yeah,
for a car.
pets are family members. So I thought it was super weird. Like maybe this guy landed it in trade, and he was like, maybe I'll trade it the other way. Don't know. Like I thought that was super
It's
fucking
weird. A
awkward.
little weird and sketchy. Brian says, beds, washing machines, and underwear, you always buy new.
Oh yeah, yeah.
100%. Bed bugs are a thing.
Oh yeah, no shit.
Underwear bugs are too.
Well, I mean, I've bought secondhand underwear before,
I like
but
underwear.
that's a whole nother discussion. I'm just kidding.
What?
It's such a weird fetish. Underwear. I was going down a really weird rabbit hole there for a second.
I was giving you some awkward silence.
Anyway,
Oh,
So,
jeez.
with this whole everyone having to stay at home and social distance, I mean, we're about 6 feet apart here,
Yeah.
and we've been trying to stay away from each other. So
Doesn't always
hopefully
happen.
everyone else has had something fun to do or something neat and interesting and whatnot. But AccuAir.
Well, I wanted to say, we'll finish out that last segment.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Almost. I did end up trading the truck for $100 bills. So, I mean, all is well. It's gone. It's out of my life. And I made money on it. So, we're all good. But, yeah, so made money on it. And we're spending that money on the van.
Oh, you wanted to
the
segue into
van.
that.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
We'll get to AccuAir in
the
a minute.
motherfucking van.
The motherfucking volume.
But yeah, so if you guys follow us on Instagram, you'll notice I sent uploaded a couple of pictures. I think that we did as far as the progress we did on the van today, cutting the floor out.
I haven't looked.
Yeah, me either. But yeah, so the van's getting started. We're throwing all the money the dually gave us into the van, and then some. I guess the cost, like all the money that came from it, is
Right.
going into it. So that being said, we are going to body drop this thing. It's going to be on Air Ride, Mustang 2 front end, and
And
we have a Thunderbird independent rear suspension that will be in the back. Obviously, independent rear.
Thunder Chicken.
It's going to be in the middle.
We're gonna put it.
But
we're gonna put it in the middle.
we were talking.
Oh, were we?
It might be, I guess we could call it mid-engined.
Yeah.
It is body dropped, mid-engined, Air Ride, Econoline.
Yeah.
I fucking can't wait.
IRS.
IRS, independent rear suspension, Mustang 2 front. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah. The dually gave us a huge come up
Well, and room
and room. Yeah. So
to
that's
chop things up and move things around. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. We should put one of those out there and run the thing in here.
Oh, to point at the thing.
Yeah, to be like, hey, look at the shop today.
See
See the thing? I don't know. I'm an idiot.
Well, that's what the Canadian was.
yeah.
The Canadian was telling us
Yeah,
to
Michael
do.
Scott was like, "Oh, I'll buy you a thing." And put the thing out there.
Sponsor us. Well, he's been sponsoring us, man. He did our lights.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
came
I
out
came in
here
and
and
changed
changed
all
out
of
all
our
our.
fucking lights.
Yeah, we put LED lights into the 8-foot. They're 8-footers. Yeah, 8-foot fluorescents. We took them out and bypassed the ballast and put LEDs in. Super bright. Our
So fucking
energy
bright.
bill should probably go down because I mean it's like all those lights is going to equal the amount of power that one ballast took. So because like fluorescents aren't very cheap to run.
No.
In retrospect. So anyway.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Thanks,
big-
Mike.
Thanks, Mike. I know you're watching.
Yeah.
Hey, bud. Love you.
I mean, he's working hard in his garage.
Yeah. We know his secret.
His man cave.
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah.
I hate that name. Man cave.
But yeah.
Yeah, super excited.
So you don't like she sheds either.
No, fuck no. She sheds.
She sheds.
No,
She shells seashore.
I just don't like. Yeah, no. I don't like the like man cave. I mean, it could be a cave. It could be a fish cave. It could be a bat cave. Like, just it's a cave. Just call it your
be
your
a f-
dwelling. Like
could
my
be a
place
fap
where I
cave.
hang out. Let's bring back the study. What happened to studies?
Yeah. With things called books.
Yeah. Where smart people got together and talked about the issues of their neighborhood and come on, Paul, let's go into my study and have a cigar and wine. Or no, fuck wine. Whiskey.
Brandy.
Bourbon.
Bourbon. There we go. Yeah.
That's the drink. Get that bourbon in you.
Drink.
But yeah.
Or water.
Man, we really went off the rest
Where'd we go?
over there.
Oh.
Talking about studies.
Hey, whatever. So yeah,
Yes.
we got some huge plans for this van,
Yeah.
and I'm super stoked because I wanted a VW bus. I kind of want one back, but to me, this was the best thing. Next best thing. It's got the snub nose like I like. You know, you're just sitting above the front axle. I kind of like that whole deal.
They're just goofy looking.
Yeah, and we got a super cheap.
Well, it's rusty
Comparatively,
as hell.
yeah, it's a little. It's not. I mean, there are worse ones. But yeah, we have a plan to body drop this thing 5 inches. We're gonna body drop this thing 5 inches. I'm super stoked. So if you guys want to know that, I think we got a video coming out from the beginning portion of what we've done so far, as like removing the floor and whatnot. That'll be coming out this week. So you guys can keep up on that, and we can go do those things.
Yeah.
But I also want to give a shout out, since we're still talking about the van. But I got mad props to this guy called Steve Luckett. He runs a couple of pages on Instagram, like Bagged Boxes. Is that what it's called? And he has another Econoline, same year or same body style, where he was giving me out with some pointers and like how he got his so low. So I just want to give a shout out to him. You can follow him on Instagram. Actually, I'll pull it up here. Hold on. I think I have him.
Hey, there it is.
I don't think his is private.
Where's the NBS? Are you talking about the bagged truck, M? Because that wasn't ours.
No,
This is
no.
one we were building for a guy.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
one
was
we-
on the podcast 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
talking about it. So
But this is Mothra Death. That's his Instagram. And this is his bagged van. And this was kind of my inspiration. Now, we're not going to do everything he's done. Clearly, we're just going to be as low as he is. And the thing that sucks is I think he has the wheels that I want.
Yeah, of course he does.
Of course he does.
what, Supremes?
Yep.
Yeah, I really want to run Supremes on this
Well,
thing.
you and like everyone else.
I know, it's just, I mean, why
It
not?
just looks good.
Yeah, looks good. But I just
The
want to
wheels
give...
make the car.
Yeah, mad props to this dude for doing something that we want to do already, and he's
Got an 8.8 in it.
Yeah, he's got an 8.8 rear, and he just got done doing an LS swap, so it's now LS V8 powered.
I'm
But-
gonna address this real quick.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, man, it turned out really good. And we actually have a video of delivery to him. If you want to scroll back through our vids and watch that one, it's not very long.
Oh, you're talking. Okay.
And then I never did, but we actually have footage of him moving it out in the parking lot. I'll try to get that uploaded so you can check that out.
Oh yeah, that's on
real
this
soon.
computer.
Yeah, we can maybe get that uploaded sometime soon. So.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so
I like this dude's stuff.
so Mothra Death is his
Mothra Death.
Instagram, and he has another page called Bag Boxes.
Wonder if that's how you really say his name, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know.
Steve.
That's on Facebook. That's what it is. But the only reason I'm giving this guy props, not the only reason. I mean, he does fucking pretty good work. But he was on the phone with me last weekend because I wanted to, like literally last Saturday, I sold the dually Friday night, and I was ready to jump on the van because we've been sitting on it for so long. And he was on his Messenger app, on the Facebook Messenger. Somebody gave me his contact. I didn't know it was the same dude that I've already been following on Instagram. And he was messaging me back and forth for like 2 or 3 hours as I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, the things I need to buy, and etc. Like all that. So mad props to him. Go give him a follow. Super rad dude. And Bagged Boxes on also the other page he does, where it's, he shows some VW buses and some other, old school vans that are all bagged and lowered and like all that kind of jazz. But anyway, that's what I wanted to address today.
I'd really like to do a bay window bus,
Oh yeah.
but like what we did, Mustang 2,
Yeah, why not?
solid axle ren, mid-engine, something or other.
Fuck it.
Because Volkswagen stuff kind of like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying like Volkswagen drivetrain stuff sucks.
And it's expensive.
It's getting harder and harder to come by. Like you want to get a bus transmission rebuilt, it's $1,500. No. And okay, I want to stick some horsepower behind it. Oh, $5,000.
Yeah.
No. Fuck no.
How about no, Scott?
So I would rather spend $5,000 on another Thunderbird rear end, turbo 400, and 4.3 V6, or a Ecotec, or
Yeah.
another LS. Oh, that'd be cool. LS with side pipes and a blower, or something. I don't know.
Something ridiculous.
Just something fun.
Now you're off the rails.
Of course. But, I think this van project is going to give us a lot of
insight.
on how to fabricate that type of stuff because we've never done it before. We're only going off of what we've seen. Well, I mean, he's body dropped things, but we've never built a chassis.
I have. I built a chassis from the firewall back. No, we as a group have not.
Yeah.
But this is definitely something different, and we're going about it. We're going about it a way where we're keeping the stock frame. That's how much we're body dropping. We're keeping the stock frame untouched, so we can put the new frame literally above the old one, so that we keep the rigidity. Nothing's going to twist. Nothing's going to tweak on us. Yeah. And yeah, this is the first time I've done anything like this. I find it really weird, but it's awesome because I know we can pull it off, and it really doesn't take that much fabrication, like weird fabrication.
Yeah. It's the doing it.
Yeah.
You just got to get out there and get it done. Test Eagles here.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
What up, Trev?
Use a Subaru gearbox. I told you I didn't want to spend $5,000.
Right. Well, if you put it in there mid-engine, then you're not doing anything.
You don't have to reverse the ring and pinion. Yeah.
Then it's just
Talk into the microphone more. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea.
Are you mad
But
at me?
also, I don't like Subaru engines.
up yours, Mike.
Giggly little girl. But yeah, I don't like Subaru motors necessarily.
Except for the 3-liter about to
Yeah,
step.
sounds pretty good, but I like head gaskets. Like, we're going to have to do head gaskets on it at one
They'll
point.
just buy any motor. I'm serious.
Yeah,
dude.
$600, boom, done.
Yeah,
Slam it in.
super engines are super cheap. They come out of Japan with like little miles on them.
Yeah. Man, the guy we bought that Subaru motor off of. He was like the legit, like who you would think you'd be buying Japanese engines off of. That's who we bought that engine off of. He just didn't speak very good English, running around like a madman. He kind of had his own agenda. It was awesome.
It was a different experience.
It was very different experience in a giant warehouse space. He had everything jammed in one corner, so I had to drive the truck like 100 yards back to go get it. Backwards to go get it. It was really weird.
You had to make like a left turn and then a right
Yeah,
turn in there, and then
yeah.
back like half a mile down.
It was in a warehouse the size of like a sports stadium, and it had stalls inside the warehouse. Like the warehouse had giant doors, and then you go inside those doors, like drive up a big service ramp, and then inside that giant warehouse, there was another warehouse inside the warehouse that I had to go into. It was really weird. Big
Yeah, it
roll-up
was
doors on
goofy.
the inside. It was like I don't even know what they would. It's just like a loading dock on both sides, and then just a warehouse in the middle. It was really strange. So, we'll go buy another one from that guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Well, he gets them straight out of Japan, right? I'd imagine.
yeah.
Out of Japan.
Yep.
JDM Imports.
Yeah.
Well, it was JDM Phoenix was the one I
Yeah,
bought it from.
JDM Phoenix. What do you want to get into now? You want to get into all this
Yeah. I mean,
AccuAir nonsense?
well, it's not just AccuAir. It's like
There's a bunch of companies.
yeah, like I was expecting some small companies because I mean, yeah,
Like us.
yeah. Well, we're kind of in a good spot, sort of, where we don't have to stop what we're doing necessarily.
Because we don't have a huge overhead.
Yeah.
Our overhead is the rent and the stuff and our own projects. Like we don't have to worry about buying customer parts. We don't have to worry about buying, a bunch of crap and then waiting for the bill and, yet.
Yeah.
Until we start getting into some manufacturing stuff, but that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah.
So
But that's the kind of companies like I was like small mom and pa's. I was expecting restaurants to go out of business, with all this stuff going on. And then yesterday, I hear that AccuAir, air ride suspension company that's been in business 18 years, is out of business.
in 2 weeks.
They just shut their doors.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah, they put a public what do you call it?
Well, you look on their main page.
and it's still
It's still
up.
still up. There's no notes. It doesn't say like, "Hey, sorry, we're out of business." But they put something on Facebook.
Yeah.
And here's this whole thing. If you go to AccuAir on Facebook, they put this whole thing and they blame COVID-19.
Well, they blame it indirectly, and then
Indirectly.
they go down to say that their investors pretty much were like,
Yeah.
"We're out," which
Um,
sucks.
But that brings up a lot of interesting points. Like my point of view, like, were they already kind of hurting?
Yeah.
Because they've been in business 18 years.
Yeah.
I thought they
Long
made
enough.
like the best shit on the market.
Well, they were expensive.
Yeah, and you got to think about the people that are doing this stuff. Like,
Rich people.
well, I mean,
Wow.
there's
More
not a
of
lot
them.
of rich people that buy that stuff. There's going to be more middle
Yeah.
and poor-ish type folk that
Yeah.
are trying to buy that shit. So like, they may have priced themselves out of being able to make money.
Yeah.
True.
So what's the saying? It's easier to sell 1,000 things for $1 than sell one thing for $1,000.
Yeah.
So
You-
quantity over quality sometimes is the better when it comes to a business like that, a business model like that.
Well, was there anybody else in that market? Like for those that don't know.
Viair.
Yeah. Well, for those that don't know, AccuAir suspension was the first. I don't know if there's anybody else out there that does that, where
What?
they do adjustable ride. They had these pins on them.
Oh.
Like if you ever worked on a big rigs kind of do the same thing. If they have airbags on it, they auto adjust.
Yeah.
So it's a pin that rides off a pivot point on both sides. So it tells
Ride height
it's,
meter. It
yeah,
tells
it's a
you
ride
how high
height
you are,
meter,
yeah.
so you can adjust to be what button you push.
Yeah, it's
You
called
know-
E-level, I think.
Yeah, E level.
Yeah, that's air something. They have that.
I
What's the
thought
other?
AccuAir had it.
No, they were the ones that did the airbag over coil. Hold on.
But anyway,
Anyways, go
yeah.
ahead.
So AccuAir had this system, and they did it really well, from what I understand. I never bought it because it's just an expensive product for me. I'd never I'm cool with buying cheap switch box and adjusting my own right, looking at the gauge and like all that stuff. I'm totally cool with that. But they were what, $1,200 to start on one of their systems.
Yeah.
And I can get bags at $69 a piece, and then I can get a tank and a compressor, and like all that kind of stuff, like way cheaper than I could have gotten it from AccuAir.
Airlift, I think, is that one I was thinking of.
Airlift.
Yeah.
Air Ride Technology.
That
That's what
might
Brian-
be it too. Air
Brian
Ride
Thomas
Technologies.
said.
Yeah, Air Ride Technologies. Actually, that is it. That is Air Ride Technologies. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones who I think actually came out like with a more affordable version of that, because you can get a full, complete like bag strut suspension thing from them for like $4,000 for like a newer Mustang, and it all like bolts in, and it's like that's reasonable,
Yeah.
you know.
$1,200 to start for an E-level kit.
Yeah, and
Like-
that's just the sensors and stuff. It's not like bags, compressors, all the stuff. Like, oh, dude, no.
Yeah. I think their complete kit was like, well, hell.
I follow this dude on Instagram, Sadistic Ironworks.
Yeah, yeah.
And he puts AccuAir E-level in all of his cars that he bags, but at the same time,
E-level, yeah.
he's bagging Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and
That's what I mean.
so people have the money to do that kind of.
Well, $399, the $400 ain't bad for just like an adapted kit.
Yeah.
That's not terrible. That's not terrible.
Yeah, there's options here.
But I mean, I'm not like the authority on airbag suspension stuff, like either. I've bagged one.
mean, look,
I've
that-
bagged one thing in my life, so
Their products were slim, compact.
Yeah.
They looked really clean, really nice.
I like Viair stuff. They've always
Yeah.
just been. Their
I don't know.
compressors have always been great.
I don't know. I'm pretty sad. Not really, but it's kind of
It's just sad to see companies go down in general. Like, you don't want to see any company go down, good, bad, or indifferent. But like, just damn it,
well. Is
making this already small niche small.
they say on the Facebook that they filed Chapter 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and they've said if you haven't got your return yet, I mean, you can look this up. I might be misspeaking a little bit.
Yeah, if you have any pending orders or you have any RMAs, the lawyers will be contacting you.
And what that speaks to me is their customers could very well be dealers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So these dealers now have given up some of their profits
Yeah.
to pay for these
Yeah,
systems.
they're out money until they
And they're
figure
not.
it out.
That could be 6, 9, 2
Yeah.
months, 2 years.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It could
I-
that could put those businesses.
I really just pray that they talked to their customers prior to doing this, like gave them a heads up. Like, hey, our investors are thinking about pulling out. If you have orders in, maybe we're shipping until this date and then we're going to go public. because that would have been the right thing to do. And then be like, don't say anything, but we're, we may be going out of business. So like, if you have something pending right now, let's get it done now. But it doesn't sound like they did because of the way it's worded. I think it was like they walked in one day and their investors were there and were like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. And then Vair's like, what? Would you what? Because that's usually how it happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
People are gutless. So
Well, yeah, they didn't. They were probably scared, and the way they could have done it too is they wanted to make sure their employees got paid, so they could have had enough profits in their bank where they're like, well, this is our exit.
yeah. And in Chapter 7, like they could have stayed in business and still filed Chapter 7.
Yeah.
But with the investors that bailed, that's probably what made them just do it the way they did. Maybe
At
I
that
don't know,
point,
man.
they've been in business 18 years.
Yeah.
What are their investors investing into? Like new technology for the next coming thing?
yeah.
But they could still sell the old stuff, and they could still manufacture the old stuff. So
So I mean, they may have priced themselves out of being able to make more money,
yeah.
or not enough. Maybe I don't know. It sucks. Sucks out of the way.
But
Hopefully we don't keep. Hopefully this isn't a trend.
Well, I'm worried, like I said, about the dealers, the guys that were buying the stuff,
Yeah.
that are home shops that have invested their money into getting these products to put on the shelf to sell to their customers, and now they're out for months to years.
Yeah.
At this
Like
point.
Switch and
Yeah, then that's my
airbag
thing.
it and stuff like that.
Yeah, Switch specifically
more Switch. Yeah.
because they're not very big. I mean, they're big, but they're not as big as AccuWear.
Yeah, it's a little family over there.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
Like if
But I mean, their doors are still open. They were still cranking out customers.
Yeah.
And they're still doing updates on their Facebook, and I really hope they do well Switch in the future because they're all homies and we like them a lot. So
Well, that being said, is I am giving them my business. We're giving our business, when we need things for the van.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. No need to go, interwebbings.
He's fixing his camera.
What is going on here?
It's that one. You had it. No,
the
you're
one in my back. Oh,
yeah,
Oh, there it is.
can you get
down a little bit.
Down a little bit. It was just, it was like my neck. There we go.
My neck, my back.
My pussy and my crack. Is that better, Michael?
Yeah, I could have cared less. But if
It was
you-
bothering me. I kept looking. It was just like my neck.
Exactly how
You
much
feel
less
better.
could you care?
I do. Thank you.
But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give Switch my business
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I have for the last.
Yeah,
some
you
odd
bought all
years,
your
so-
truck stuff from them.
Yeah.
You got all that bullshit for
Yeah, the last two trucks
yeah,
you
2
built.
trucks. Yeah. So, thanks, guys. Thanks for being
Well,
there for us.
Did I? Yeah, I guess the truck
Not all
before,
of it, but
before that,
bits- yeah,
I went
bits
to
and bobs,
went
yeah.
to Grunion, but they're just too
Oh.
far,
Yeah.
and
North Phoenix.
I kind of feel like they're falling off a little bit.
Yeah. I don't hear that name being said. I hear more Switch.
Yep.
When people just talk about it, they're like, switch this, switch that. And I'm like, yes, keep saying that word.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
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 Let's talk about our YouTube real quick, since
Yeah,
we're on
go for it.
YouTube and we've got quite a few people. I don't know how to gain more interaction from you guys. So we're all ears. I've been saying this the last couple of videos. We're open for suggestions. What do you truly like and dislike about the videos? What do you want to see less of? What do you want to see more of? Because you got to tell me. Because if you don't tell me, I don't know. And I'm going to give you what we think you want, which is, I think,
I'll
works.
tell you what you want to see.
Yeah. But suggestions are key, and interaction from you guys is key. And if we can get more of that, then we'll get more. You'll get more from us. Help us help you make better content. Or
Help
Help
us,
me, help
help
me.
you, help us.
yes, make better content. Because I'd really like to give you guys a window into our lives a bit more frequently. Now that we've got these projects kind of rolling, and I think we've figured out how to schedule and work with each other outside on the lift and around the shop. Hopefully, we can start cranking more videos out and showing you the through the week and on the weekend stuff. So
For sure.
Well, you did like What, 3 live videos during the week this week?
Yeah, just to kind of keep Garage Junkie in your notifications. For those that have it turned on, which if you don't, click that little bell and hit all on the notifications. That'd be great because you'll see every time we go live, little updates, little things here and there. If
Well,
we want to kind of scream at you a little bit, we will too.
I think everyone that's watching now is obviously on notifications.
They have to.
'cause
Yeah,
they have to be.
yeah.
It hits the same dudes every week.
Yeah. Hey, dudes and dudettes that watch our stuff every week, tell your friends.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Tell your friends.
It's not a money grab. I want to help you guys have the best experience with this.
Yeah,
Because we don't make any money really off the YouTube. It's not what we're doing it for. It's a documentation of what can be done. Anybody can do what we can do.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of
we're
getting out
idiots.
there and we're dumb. Like we're dumb. But it's a matter of getting out there and getting in the garage, doing it, and really pushing people to get out in the garage and work on their projects. Because I think it's important to really keep people motivated. Because it keeps us motivated. It really does.
Yeah.
When we hit lulls, it makes us feel lowly. So
Yeah, on that note, I actually got someone private messaged me the vehicle features.
yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't done those in a while.
Yeah, but then-
Well, I've been trying to get with Brian to do his car because I like his car.
Yeah, me too.
That 30 Ford, it's nice.
Yeah, it's on his Facebook profile pic, isn't it?
I like
That's
your
the one.
car, Brian.
I like your car, bro. I want to get that Too Cool down here too, even though that guy's kind of a weirdo.
Too cool.
Yeah, the twin engine.
Oh,
just
yeah.
whack. Well,
Yeah.
and we talked to him about doing a feature too.
Well, he
and
was going to be
just
going
didn't.
to SEMA and all that stuff, and then I don't know what happened with all that. I know he went, but I don't think it was in the capacity of the way he wanted it. So I'd like to give him some play because that car is truly cool. Oh, funny enough, the guy that was just here today, Ben, that's his squareback.
Is it?
Yeah, he bought it off of him. It
Huh.
was- yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Hold on, let me
Oh, you
find.
can try to find it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna show anybody yet until
Oh, yeah. Just click on that picture right there, cover photo.
this one.
Yeah, that one right there. Bam.
Yeah.
There she
There
be.
she is.
on.
Yar.
There you go, Brian. You're famous.
You're famous, brother.
I love that car.
Yeah, it's rad.
They
Looks
called it
good.
Dirty
Love
30.
that car.
Dirty 30. Yeah. And he's in Tuxcan, right?
Yeah, he's in Tucson.
Maybe
And that's the reason why.
Well,
I mean,
let's meet
it's-
him up on Mount Lemon one weekend. Let's just take a trip. Like you drive up to the vertical view of Mount Lemon. We'll get you some good driving footage coming down Lemon. Ooh, look
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, we got to work something out.
Yeah, and it'll be super hot coming up, so it'll be nice up on the mountain. So, or we can have them drive all the way up to the other end of Bigelow, where it's like foresty and stuff.
The thing that sucks is like, can't really do that kind of shit right now.
Why? Oh, because we want to get all
Social
this crap.
distancing.
Well, social distancing.
Oh,
stuff,
I
like-
mean down. When we can finally travel and stuff.
Okay, so like maybe in the fall or something.
It's better now with the new motor. Sweet.
Yeah. But no, that's well. I'd like to do it now, but we can't do it now
No,
because
I
it's not too hot yet. It'd be
Yeah,
perfect weather.
perfect weather.
It's been beautiful the last few days.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah.
It's gonna rain tomorrow, guys.
Jinx the fuck.
I'm okay with that. I think it should rain once a week here in Arizona. You know how beautiful it would be if it rained more?
I know. Well, with the
It'd just be
climate,
more humid.
yeah. We could have climate change, and we can just shift like the Pacific Northwest. All their weather's going to come down here, and they're going to start freezing up.
Well,
or
our
something.
climate is becoming more tropical,
Yes, I have noticed.
so, which is good for me for my tropical trees. So, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah.
we'll start doing features again. I think everything you see here took a lot from us.
Right.
Took the
Financially,
sales,
physically, mentally. It's been taxing. We've been burning the
Since-
candle at both ends for 2 months now.
No longer. I mean, you think like we decided we were going to do this in November.
Yeah.
And we finally stabilized.
Yeah.
And we're in March.
Yeah.
April. What month is
It's
it?
April.
It's April.
Yeah. 4 months.
Yeah. Fuck. So we decided we are going to do this in November. It took us a minute to nail down a place, and then we
Yeah.
had to nail down all the financials, and then try to get everything, all the equipment in here, and then like we have other people like wanting other services from us that we
Yeah.
can't give them, and-
Not yet, because
Yeah.
we have our own agendas. Yeah. because I've got a VW engine I'm building, and then a Toyota motor after that, which is a paying. That's the one I really want to get onto and done, because that's money in garage or in House of the Lords bank right there. Because that's a Hodel job, not a Gilbert job like the engine is, because that's taken 5 months longer than it was supposed to. Also,
Right.
but
Well, that took long because this happened.
yeah,
in
and the
middle of
engine case that
starting
he gave me was bad.
And then we had to buy another one.
And yeah, it's been nonsense. But we're on the home stretch with that. We'll get that other thing going, and that'll be another video too. I think I'm going to do a video on that assembly stuff, and because we're going to turbocharge it, fuel injection.
What?
Yeah,
The Yoda.
you need to build a
The VW?
no,
No,
the
the
Toyota.
Yoda.
Oh.
You need to build a turbo manifold for that,
Well, yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
a log or something like that. But
Yeah, I knew I was going to do that.
so
Log.
it's that Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Everyone wants a law.
Powdered toast.
It's
man.
ball in a cup. You take a ball, attach a string to a cup. It's ball in a cup. That's not Ren and Stimpy.
No,
That's
no.
something else. Anyway,
Yeah.
Powdered toast, man.
But yeah, I mean, as far as like, my goal when I started this is I wanted to give the small dude the props. The guy, the weekend warrior, the guy who's busting his balls all week, like not buying himself new boots, eating ramen all week so he could buy a new intake for his engine on a piece of shit that still needs a shit ton of work in the garage.
priorities.
Yeah. So the weekend warrior guys that are busting their balls all week just to bust their balls or bust their knuckles, I guess, on the weekends. And so I thought the way to do that was to get them a feature. We were going to print their car on a shirt, which still need to, I think, do. I think that'd still be kind of rad to do. We don't do it in-house anymore, I don't think. I mean, I guess we could,
Yeah,
but
it's just there's companies that have laser printers,
yeah.
shirt printers that we can just order onesie twosies of, and it's cost effective opposed to just all the labor of getting the screen
Right.
cut and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's not worth it.
But-
So much work.
And I didn't even do it. I know it's so much work. I was like, fuck. And
Yeah.
you guys put a lot of effort into that. And zero return. Well, not zero return. Just not fast.
Yeah.
The return wasn't fast.
We
No,
didn't.
it took us years to sell all the shirts that we printed.
And we still have
and,
some.
And we still have some.
Yeah.
And then we ended up giving a bunch of them away
Yeah.
for pennies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
whatever.
yeah. Yeah. Well, lessons learned. Live and love life
Yeah.
and whatnot or whatever. Care and stuff.
But so because that's what I want to do. I mean, that's what this is about. That's the reason why I started doing this YouTube channel, or we did. And the cool thing is, like a month or so ago, I got contacted in my PMs by a guy and said he's been watching our YouTube videos. And it gives him motivation to get out in his garage. And since he's been watching our videos, he's been out there in his garage.
Awesome.
He pulled it out for the first time in whoever knows how long.
Awesome.
So
What was this?
it was Justin, Adam's old mechanic. boss.
Norpal?
Oh, okay.
Or yeah, Justin Fletcher.
Fletcher, yeah. And he's got this crazy truck that he's building. It's like a rock crawler kind of thing, and he finally pulled it out of his garage.
Sweet.
Nice.
And he
I got the MSD for the Ram Charger from that guy.
Did you really?
Yeah. How about the ignition system from him?
Yeah. Anyway, he's a really rad dude.
Yeah.
And if you missed, Adam gave him some props on last week's episode,
he did.
but that episode's missing. Idiot. It got deleted.
Oh, what a dum-dum.
Whoops. You can't undo either. You can't be
Yeah.
like, oh, I didn't want to. Oh crap!
It's
They
gone.
even warn you. If you delete this, it's gone. You're like, yeah, fuck. Oh shit! It's gone. What the heck? What do you mean it's gone?
Wrong video.
Damn it!
Yeah, that sucked.
Oh well.
Stupid.
It's only Adam. We can have him on again.
Yeah, I offered to get him on again today and see if he wanted to, and he said he would, but then like it got too late and I was too jazzed to work on the van, and I forgot because I'm an
Oh, well.
idiot.
Yeah. But like I said, he lives like 8 miles or 8 minutes away, so
Yeah,
we can have him on another time.
yeah.
But
That being said, I'd like to have Justin on
yeah,
because he's very knowledgeable.
I want to get Dave on again
Yes.
because his Maverick is almost done.
Yeah.
his shit's going to be running before mine.
I'm pretty sure he started his after you started yours.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's like me. He changes his mind a lot. Like, he gets into these grooves of, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. And so he had...
Sounds
he was
like
originally
somebody
going to
else I
LS
know.
swap that Maverick, and then he ended up getting a truck, and then he ended up selling the truck back to me, which I still have, and then he got a Mustang race car, which he still has, and he was going to do that, and then he was like, meh, and he really put the blinders on and focused, and I love him for that because that car is going to be rad,
Yeah.
and he's been shitting money like he has it.
Can I show
Buying parts, just nice parts that make it a little easier, opposed to like we're in the caliber of if it costs $10 but we can make it for $8, we'll make it for $8. So
even
though it's probably smarter and less time to buy the $10 item,
yeah.
we're dumb.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah, certain things, but like.
Right.
He's not. He's like, if I can buy it for $10, making my life easier, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, show him that picture of his
Yeah.
engine bay real quick.
Well, here we go. We're going to show you guys
His Insta,
2 seconds. I'm going to pull his up his Instas.
Instagramses.
This is the dude we're talking about,
David.
right? Look at this engine. Look at that.
Oh, that's dope.
Just
Yeah,
look at it.
looks good.
Just look at that.
It's got F body.
Just look at it.
accessories. Dirty Dingo. Dirty Dingo.
Yep.
Our boys.
Oh, yep.
He's got that accessory drive. He's got the hooker turbo header. Just all the good stuff.
I like the color he painted those covers too.
the purple. The
Um,
purple.
Let me see if there's a.
So, what's taking you so long?
Oh, there we go. There's the car it's going in. Anyway.
I have no money, and I bought a house. Well, yeah, it just happened that way. Like, I got married, so bye money, and I bought a house first, bye money, and then I got married, bye money, and then we did this, and that everyone
Bye.
buy my money, but now I'm at the point where I could have gotten it running. I keep shaking the table. I'm sorry. I could have gotten it running sooner, but I'm the kind of jackass that gets shit running and then it's not right. And then it doesn't work and then it breaks and then I get discouraged and then it sits for 4 years like this happened, opposed to just doing it right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to be able to do it right the first time.
Yeah.
And so I'm willing to spend a little extra money, spend a little extra time because I don't have a timeline to get it done. I just want to get it done. Well, actually, I'd really like to get it done for the Fisher Fender Bender.
Is that Dave?
That is
commenting?
Dave.
Hey,
Soon-
boys.
As soon as we start talking about him, right?
Yeah, yeah. We're showing you off on the YouTubes there, David.
Yep.
What's up, bro?
Anyway, but that kind of thing is like you're talking about, just nailing down, getting a plan, and finishing something.
Yeah.
The same way, Johnny
Some other guy.
Oh,
could
You're the worst.
have gotten that bus finished 10 years ago. If he
I could have just got it running and drove it.
no, like what the hell,
But
man?
no, it needed everything done to
I
it. And I
have- I
totally
can't.
understand.
I can't drive it if it's not the way I want it. I
Yeah.
can't.
So now it's a Porsche bus.
Porsche Roo bus.
Porsche-roo.
Porsche.
It's a Porsche Roo bus.
Volkorscheroo.
Or
Volkorscheroo?
Something like
Porsche-roo?
you need to put slam in front of it.
Porsche Wagon Roo.
Slam.
Slam charger.
Slam charger. Fuck. But yeah. Fuck you guys. God damn it. But no, I just can't wait to get some projects done. Because when I think of the Garage Junkie stuff and the House of the Lowered, like really nobody knows us for any one thing. And if we get the van done, and I get my truck done, and you get your van done, and we show up with 3 just cool fucking cars,
They're gonna know who
they're
we
gonna
are.
be like, oh, who did this? And then and we'll be publicizing. We built this. This is House of Lord. This is the caliber of work we can do, and we're not gonna send something out the door that we're not happy with. So
Right.
Yeah.
I'm actually redoing a lot of stuff on
Yeah.
the bus.
yeah, because you grow and you learn to do things better, and you go, crap, I can't believe I did that. Look at them crappy booger welds. I better grind all that stuff off.
Yeah.
Rethink the whole scenario.
Right.
Do it one more time.
Yeah.
So,
Johnny has gotten a lot better with his fabricating skills since he started that thing. I mean, that's how long you've had that. Like, it's been
It didn't get
friggin-
touched for like 6 years. It just
Yeah.
sat there.
Well, it moved to my house 6 times
At least.
Yeah.
because you moved, and
Yeah.
then I moved,
It was twice.
and then you moved again, and then I moved again, and then every time either one of us moved, it moved either from my garage to your garage back to mine.
Well, everyone's got friends that have those types of projects. Everyone does.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you've got car friends, you got a friend like that. Everyone does. There's the guy that procrastinates, and there's the guy that gets shit done, and then we're kind of in the middle.
I'm the guy that I wanted to get it done, but I didn't have the money
Yeah.
to do it the way I wanted it. So I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You waited till you had the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, there's no time frame. There's no time limits. There's no, you got to get this done. It's more, I want to get it done. I want to drive that truck. I want to do big roasty burnouts.
Well, I want to get the van done so I can get my C10 done because that's priority. Because the van's here already. We get that running and driving. They're going to swap spots in my garage, and then the C10 is going to come here, and I'm going to drive the piss out of that van everywhere. But we're going to make it reliable. We're going to put a nice drivetrain in it, and it's going to be rad. I can't wait.
Me too.
I can't wait.
Me too.
Same thing with mine.
I really have to go to the bathroom.
Just go, man.
Just go right now.
I can wait.
Like
I can
dirty-
wait 8 minutes.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, where he's like,
Yeah.
I'm making great time. Give me a beer bottle. Oh,
what are you?
oh,
you, a
Lloyd.
Oh yeah.
I can't stop once I've started. It stings.
It stinks. Anyway.
Anyway.
On that note,
So, on that note, I think we've covered all the bases we want to talk today.
Yeah. Yeah, I got everything off my chest. That being said, follow us on Instagram. If you want updates before our videos drop on YouTube, follow our Instagram page
Patreon.
and our Patreon, which we need to do better at that.
Repping that Patreon, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
We have a Patreon. We don't have many people on it quite yet to really put stuff to it, but we'll
that's-
start making posts and adding these things to it. And if we have feature like one a week of bigger videos, maybe we'll upload that like 48 hours in advance, and people who are at a certain tier will get to see that first
Before we go live.
before we go, before all the other peasants who don't pay for our Patreon get to see it. So just like I pay for Skid Factory, the Aussies. I dig that. Oh, I got no time, no money, no experience, and no project to start. But you know what, Mike? You're still useful.
Yeah.
And we love you.
Yeah, you changed our lights out.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks,
But-
man.
and you changed our lives.
No.
Well, I mean, our lives are better.
He makes our lives better by like doing all the mediocre crap at work that we don't want to do.
Yeah.
And here. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a really good dude, and he's definitely not a bad dude, and he
No,
works his butt off.
Yeah, he does.
For
He's a
no
hard-
fucking reason.
He's
Like,
a
I
hard
don't-
worker, and he's a teacher. He's a chemistry teacher.
I don't
And he works
understand.
harder than the 20-somethings that we hired,
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
which is fucking ridiculous. This guy's like in his, I don't know. I'm sorry, Mike. You're in your 40s? And he rocks it all day long. Goes
Yep.
to school, does his thing, then comes to the shop at Liquid and cuts stuff and grinds stuff and gets dirty and banters and chit-chats with us, and then goes home and does it all over again. So
Yeah.
high five, Mike.
High five. Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
But yeah, on that note, so be sure I'm gonna start uploading every time I work on the van. I'm gonna upload on Instagram as far as pictures and the progress. Is that our compressor? Our
likely.
progress
I thought I turned it off.
on our Instagram at House
It
of the Lord.
might be the neighbor behind us.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna upload. At least I will be uploading progress van pictures on our Instagram at House of the Lord, and then you follow Garage Junkie. I think we're gonna start doing a little bit of a split there. Garage Junkie will be more like media traffic, like when we do features, when we get shirts available again, stuff like that. When we go live here. But if you want updates on builds, go to the House of the Lord page, and we'll give you updates.
And my gig, Donovan Speed Machine,
Oh yeah,
which
True.
is more of a fantasy for me. when it comes to it. I don't have the means to really make it a company right now because I don't have money to buy the equipment that I thought I was going to be able to buy. So at this moment, I will use local places for all my machine work, but I can do anything you want when it comes to that. So go check me out,
Anything
Donald
you
Speed
want.
Machine on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah, do it. Do it
And
right
then
now.
follow Johnny on johnnysucks@hotmail.com.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself at johnny.com.
Eat a dick at yourmomshouse.com.
It's not very nice.
He's like, what the? Why do I always get fucking shit on, man? Fuck you guys.
Damn.
Fucking out of here. So, I can't hold it anymore. I gotta go.
All right. Well,
I'll
I'm
see
just
you
gonna-
guys later. I appreciate all of you, and for the 10 to 15 people who've been watching constantly, even more appreciate you. And tell your friends. Bye.
You gotta go.
Go. You're probably gonna hear me.
Gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee. Call 911.
But yeah, so on that note, make sure you follow us on our other pages, and you'll be able to listen to this audio version, Spotify, Stitcher, and Apple Music. So give that a like, give us a follow. Oh, yeah, it's true. Thank goodness he left. For sure. I'm glad he's out of the room. Now we can talk smack.
Yeah, right. That guy's an idiot.
Not that I wouldn't do it anyway to his face. Anyway, We'll catch you guys next week. Same time, same channel. And check us out on our other things that we do. You guys have a wonderful time. Appreciate it.
Go hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and comment, and share with your friends. We'll see you next week.